Alright, what's going on, everyone? I got a 2014 Jeep Patriot 2.4 liter starter win on it. It's got a new battery, new alternator, new water pump. Almost everything on it's new. Know it's the starter, so I don't really know to go into diagnostics. But to the wifey over there doing laundry. Yeah. Say hey, Angie.
Hi.
Okay. Alright, and on this Jeep Patriot here, none of it's underneath. Leave it in the Mopar. Leave it in the Mopar. Got your battery. Got your airbox. Take. Once I get to it, the starter is actually all the way back in here. So the first thing you gotta do, obviously, you're gonna remove your negative cable. Alright. Is your positive? Is your negative? You don't have to take the battery audio out. I'm not, you just need to create space. I'm gonna remove the air filter, the hose. I'm gonna loosen this hose. I'm not gonna take it out. But I'm just going to take a bungee and pull this up to give me the clearance that I need. I'm going to loosen the harness here. Loosen it all the way up to free it up. That way I don't have to try to get a hand down in there to remove the lines. I can just disconnect the starter directly from it. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to try to do a step-by-step video. I'm not going to try to do any of that fast forwarding, any of that editing. If I run into an issue that you might potentially run into, I want you to see how I handle it. If there's foul language involved, well, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Stay tuned. Like I said, part one, moving the battery. Alright, you got a 10mm nut here, 10mm nut here. So I'm just going to take a 10mm ratchet and remove this. Alright, so like I said, you're going to take your 10mm ratchet. Loosen that up. Loosen that up. It's fairly simple. Take the battery out. Alright. Get that out of the way. Alright. Same thing over here. Alright. Battery's out. Alright. Alright, then your next step is gonna be this hose right here. Alright. You got an 8mm, or you can take a flathead. Either one. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just take my put it on, just like that. 8mm, or you can use a flathead. Doesn't matter. If you got the right tools, everything goes by quicker. You see, we're only 4 minutes, 22 seconds in. Alright, and then down here, this one's a little more difficult. Alright, it's actually right here. And you gotta loosen it from there. It's attached to the throttle body. Let me go grab my flat so I can show y'all a little better. This will give me just one moment. Alright, so we're gonna go and move on with the next step. Just take a look. got your air box. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Alright, you got 7 screws. 2 back here. These are a little difficult to get to. They're not that bad. Alright, these are 8mm right here, all the way around. And then you got 2 additional screws you got to remove off, which is the bracket. This is a 10mm screw. Alright, so just go ahead, take your 10mm. Yeah. Go ahead and break that up. Yeah. Go ahead and get this out. Go ahead and take the bracket out. Yeah. 2 bolts, 10mm. Take a bracket. Go ahead and set those over here. No, people, I do not smoke. Smoking's nasty. That's my wife's nasty habit. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my 8mm. And go ahead and remove these. I'm gonna use a screwdriver, a stubby back here, to get these. Just makes it easier. And you can use a wobble or anything like that if you want to. T-handle. You know, I'm just gonna use a stubby to get these 2 out. The rest to come out, no problem. Yeah. But let me grab my tool. Alright, once you get the air filter box and everything out, so I got the box out, battery tray out, got all the space clear up. So your throttle body right here. Alright, let me get my light so you can see. So you got your throttle body. There's your starter right there behind the manifold. Yeah. Alright, so your next step from here. So your throttle body right there. Alright, here. I was only born with 2 hands. I know. Yeah. But if you look here on top of your throttle body, you see a bracket right here. Alright, it's got 3 bolts on it. Here, here, here. Take this bracket off. Yeah, that's going to open up more space. You could also, if you want to, go ahead and take this hose here, move it out your way. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it will give you some extra space that you need. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and remove that bracket. On that bracket, you have a 10mm nut. And a 12mm nut. Alright, so you got 2 10mm. Alright, on the throttle body itself. That nut right there. You see it right there. And there's another on the bottom. You got 2 10mm. And then on the front, you got a 13. Alright. So what we're looking at right now, though. You see on your coil sensor here, right here. Oh, I know, people. I know. I wish I had another set of hands too for these lights. All right, but this sensor here, just a little tip for that right here. Go ahead and disconnect this sensor. You just slide it down right here. And just pull it off, and it'll come right off. That'll allow you to move this harness here completely out of your way and just give you all the room you need. Alright, so I got that hose out the way. Just a little word of advice: if you take a bungee cord, put it on that bottom one and pull it back, you'll see it'll open all that up for you. Alright. Alright, you got a better view of the bolt patterns now. Alright, you see the 4 bolts on the throttle body? We're going to go ahead and take all those out. I'm going to go ahead and clean the throttle body while I'm at it. Just taking that throttle body out is just going to open up so much space for you. Alright, like I said, it's 4 10mm bolts on there. Go ahead and remove those 10mm bolts and disconnect that sensor right there on the bottom. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Shouldn't take very long. Alright, so here's the bracket. Alright, so this is actually a 13mm nut, not a 12. But the other 4 bolts are a 10mm like I specified earlier. And once you take it off, you see that's the throttle body. Yeah. Go ahead and just grab it. And we're going to disconnect this pigtail right here. And this is your throttle body. Alright, so to disconnect it, it's just got that little push tab right there. And then you just slide it off like normal. Alright, now once you take the throttle body off and everything, just take a clean rag, paper towel, anything like that, and just put it down inside the hole. You don't want to get dirt, debris, or anything like that inside your motor. Heavens forbid, you definitely don't want to drop a tool or anything like that get inside your motor. If you did, just turn into a serious job. Alright, so like I said, just take the paper towels, stick it right in there. Yeah. We're going to be cleaning that later anyways. So just stick it right there. Yeah. Moisture is your enemy's worst nightmare. Alright, so now that we got the throttle body and everything off, let me turn my light on so you can see better. Alright. So now we got the throttle body off. Alright. We got our harness. Come on, there's gotta be a way I can hold this and do a light. Alright, so you got your harness here. Yeah. Alright. You got a screw right there. Yeah. Another one on the back. Alright, but what we're gonna do, you got your starter mounting screw. I'm trying to adjust my light so you can see. I don't have anyone to help me with the camera. Alright, so like I said, this is a 15mm right here. Go ahead and break that one. You got another one right here where the ground's at. Don't worry about the harness. Don't try to move it. We're going to pull it all out in one go. I'm going to leave the wires attached to the starter, and then we're going to pull the starter out that way. Yeah, it'll just save you a lot of time, a lot of hassle, a lot of heartache. And then, like I said, you got another one right here. If your nuts are tight, if the nuts are tight, anything like that, PB Blaster will help. Like I said, you just got 2 nuts here and here. Yeah. Alright, so I got those 2 bolts out of the way. Alright, let me see if I can get my wife to come over and hold this phone for me. She's trying to do cat litter. Starter's over here. Yeah. Can you see where I'm pointing? Alright, so see, I've taken the 2 bolts out of the starter. So from here, I just want to show you. Alright, so in this line right here, y'all got to be careful. On right here on this mold, you'll have the wire connect to a little plastic rivet right here. Just to save some time, go ahead and just snip it, pop it out, whatever you got to do. Once you do, it'll allow you to slide the whole wiring harness. You see, I got it all out, wires and everything attached to it already. Yeah. So now I'm just going to remove these nuts on the back, take the starter off, and do the reverse process. Alright, so on the back of the starter, you got a 13 and you got a 12 millimeter. On this tab here, it's just a little push button. Push it right here. And it comes off. Check your wires for damage. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to replace this. Alright, so once you take the nuts and everything off, like I said, you got a 13 and a 12 millimeter nut. Be careful, there's no loose washers, anything like that. It's a starter. See the cable in there, still good, nice and connected. Yeah. Oh no, you see you got a break right there. I'm worn pretty bad. See the teeth. I'm about to do a bench test on it. Make sure it's actually the starter.